Hello everybody. So today I am bringing a video on one of my most favorite 1:64 scale model. This is the Citroen 2CV. This model is by Majorit. So I bought it like 1 month ago. There's one interesting part of this model, that this model basically is what is Beetle to Volkswagen, to basically Germans. That is what it is to French. So Citroen had launched this model maybe 7 decades ago. In the late 1930s, they had this prototype, and I think after the World War, they launched the first. After the Second World War, they launched the first production model on this. I don't know. I mean, if I'm wrong on this, please anyone can write it in comments. If I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong on this part. So this is a very unique model. As you see, it was made as a low cost people mover by Citroen. So it had nothing which was basically flashy or very exquisite in its design or something like that. It was bare basic. It was functional. It was supposed to carry 4 people in a safe cocooned car all around the roads of France. So it was a post-World War France. So the roads were destroyed. They were not really good infrastructure, and people had to come back. The economy had to be made stable. So this was what was basically Citroen's answer for what the French government and the people demanded. So coming back to this model, this is made by Majorit, and I love it. I absolutely love this model. So it's very well done, well detailed. Paint is good. Look at the wheels. The wheels are amazing. So just show you the base here. You can see it's written made in Thailand by Majorit. So the scale, you can see it is 1:64. It says Citroen 2CV. Now, unlike other Majorit cars, which basically have the suspension kind of thing, this is solid axle. So these wheels do not move. Okay, so on the Citroen 2CV, the wheels do not have that suspension kind of thing. Okay, now to come to the fit and finish, again, as Majorit has bought this back as a vintage, in the vintage series, they have done good justice to the detailing. You can see that in the front there is the Citroen logo, which sits on the grille. At the side, you can see the doors, the outside rear view mirror. The paint, it is interesting. You can see the paint is finished in there are 3 basic paints. So one is gloss red, there's gloss black, and there is matte black. And that matte black actually is very finely done. In fact, the roof. So what is interesting about this car is the initial versions of this car, which also is seen in this particular model, it did not have a solid roof. It had a retractable roof, basically. So they have mimicked that very nicely. They brought that out very nicely. Even for a bare basic car, this design was good. I mean, I would say that it strikes a chord in terms of design. Yes, many would say that the overall shape is very close to Volkswagen Beetle, and some even say that when French invaded Germany, they took it, and then they took the blueprints and they brought it back as reparations of the war, repatriations of the war, and all those things. But I don't know, I'm not gone into the depth of the knowledge. I won't really comment on that. So here you can see here there is the boot of it, the side. The rear wheels have a good fender over it which covers it. Okay, there's a prominent rear quarter glass. And now the best part of this model, if I show you, the best part of this model is this. The hood opens and there is an engine which is detailed on the inside. So You can see over here in this engine, what you see over here, the block, it is done in plastic, all the thing, but it is well detailed. Okay, and just if I can control the quality of my zoom, here you can see, just look at that paint quality. It's amazing what Citroën has, what Majorette has done over here. It's absolutely amazing. The paint quality, the quality of matte finish, it's amazing. So yeah, this is one of the very unique vintage series models by Majorette, and I'm really grateful that Majorette has made this, because it's a piece of history today. I mean, they've stopped this, and by the way, this car was produced for a long time. If I'm not wrong, it was produced until the first decade of 2000, maybe until 2003 or 4, maybe it was produced. So, you know, almost 5 or 6 decades this car was in constant production, and it sold well till its last date, because French people were really attached to this model. So yes, people, let me know how you like this video. If there is any additional trivia that you have about this particular model, please mention it in the comments. And yeah, how can I forget this? Just look at that. Does that paint scheme remind you about something? Does that paint scheme remind you about something? That whole curve which comes from up, goes down and goes like this. Bugatti, anyone? Yeah, you know? So Bugatti, almost the side paint scheme, you can see the lines and the curve profile, it almost looks similar to what Bugatti does on its, I think, I don't really remember the model name, but yes, it's there on Bugatti cars, right? And if we see it clearly, it looks good. And this was done by Citroën even before Bugatti. Okay, so it's not that Citroën has copied it from Bugatti, it was done by Citroën even before Bugatti. So yes friends, that's it for this video. Do like, share. Thank you.